that good. We will reach at 4 according to this. In these 90 days have been an experience that most people will never get in their life. Many angles to it, in every way, in every sense, in every experience. Today, December 1st, 2016, and we started our second day in Qatar. The only thing we can say is believe in what you need to do and do it, and then go and experience and get richer. And you're helping yourself by saving your nature and environment. You're not giving your nature and environment a favor. You're doing yourself a favor. You're saving yourself. We go up to take air from oxygen from water has life. Water is life. In the Quran, وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ حَيٍّ. Man, there's so much to go and explore in here. Cannot. Man. These rocks are absolutely magnificent. You look at them from outside, they're unbelievable. No description. You go on them and then you go in them, and I'm not even going to start describing. This is true, this is creation. You feel creation, you are in it, you are embedded in it. What a feel. There is really a whole richness of life that was here. It is still natural here, and it is not touched by development. I hope it stays like that. This has to be a UNESCO protected heritage area like Socotra in Yemen or these big places. This expedition is a first expedition, never done before, and it is definite record in terms of kayaking. The importance of this expedition was personal and patriotic on both senses. Personal because I feel for the Mother Earth again. Personal because I want a secure food and water resources for my children and everybody's children. Important because I feel the stresses and the damages we're putting on our sea and Mother Earth and nature are all over the Gulf from Kuwait all the way here to Oman. We have seen a lot of turtles, stingrays, we have seen dugongs, we have seen dolphins. There is more life where we saw them in the UAE. There is more life than the higher Gulf states. That there is a lot of cormorants here means there is a lot of food for them to eat. And the amount of cormorants we see means there's really a lot of food for them. They're all happy and all thriving in this area. At the beginning of the trip, the arrival of every location is very interesting and very rewarding. You feel the warmth of the people when they receive you, even along the way. These are really special moments that actually I was surprised to see that such reception from the normal people to us was so genuine and so full of love and care that we have never even thought that is going to happen. For us, this is only in the stories that we read, but we have really experienced it, and we felt like we are reading a story, and this is a high, and this continues. We will never forget that. We will never forget it from the whole people of the Gulf here, and this shows the unity. Love your Mother Earth like you love your own mother. Connect with Mother Earth like you connect with your mother. It is what gives you purely for any interest, just because it's you. You are the son of it. And we are children of this earth. So take care of your mother. Go out there. Connect with nature so you can protect it. Best way is connect to protect.
We made it. Yeah. Done.
Thank you very much for the Kuwait Scientific Center to invite us to come here. And I'm really honored and privileged to be with all of you, and every single one here, and every single lecture I've heard is really amazing and right into the heart of what we set to do in this expedition here. I am more of an activist and an athlete. My degree is I have a Bachelor's of Science in Biodynamics. It is science. It's not. I don't have a doctorate degree to do any research or anything, but I've been an outdoorsman since 1980, and my relationship with Mother Earth started in 1980 until today. It continues, and I think I will die, or we will die together. So I'm really connected to Mother Earth. As I say at the end, we must connect with something to protect it. Now, what you all have talked about today, every single subject you have talked about, is really the heart of what you see in this documentary here, and it is the purpose of what we have done. Just a quick thing before I go into what I want to speak later on. I just want to tell you this documentary was a result of 90 days in from Kuwait, the north of Kuwait, all the way to Oman. And it was a result of a cooperation of governmental institutions, starting with the EPA and local sponsors, companies here in Kuwait, and of course our great Kayak for Kuwait team, and who were all behind us. And then it started with the Ministries of Environment and Climate Change in the Gulf, with the Ministries of Foreign Affairs, the Coast Guards, the Ministries of Interior, and the media of all the countries of the Gulf. With that, we started our trip, and we started into an unknown, really, something either in kayaking reference, it's never been done before here, and also in athletic reference, we don't know what to expect, and then as an adventure and as a danger. So my setting at the point when I left was really, I'm going to start, and I'm not coming back even if I get back in a box, I said, I'm going one way, I'm going to make it, inshallah, and we hope we make a story. And the story goes around humans at the end, around survival, around protecting our own resources in the Gulf, and how we can survive. Now, this documentary, so far this year, we have been accepted in 24 international film festivals, and we have received so far 11 awards, which is really, we didn't expect that. It wasn't our goal to get into film festivals. Our goal is to get the film and documentary shown so people can see what's going on and what the message we're trying to tell. I'm going to move to the next slide. Where is it? This one. Okay. So this was just like last week. We had 10 awards and 23 accolades, and we got 2 more. The last 2 was one in Russia. We got an award, and they invited us to Siberia in June. If anybody likes to join us, you're welcome. And we got another one in India, and winning an award in India for a best documentary feature film is really important, because India produces a film almost every second, I think, as much as we throw pollution. So that was really, really good. And now I'm going to start with the... No, not yet. Okay, now what I've done here, I was trying to think what I could add, to anyone who's listening. You all added the technical parts. I'm going to add more, maybe the activist and the emotional, and maybe getting close to the revolutionary part of things. Things are getting really bad, and we just can't bear it anymore. So I'm going to start, here with my pointer. The beginning, the start of everything is the human. Earth started for about 4.7 billion years ago. The humanity, or Neanderthals, started about 300,000 years ago. And then 100,000 years ago, they started, getting more of human-like. And then the last 100 years, the humans started really destroying the earth and what was left of it. And I'm sure you all agree of that. Now, I would say our biggest, let me see if this is the right one. Yeah, the biggest. Can you read the words or not really? They're okay? Okay. So I have one that says greed and where is it here? Greed, I say, greed is our worst enemy. It is like Satan, Shaitan, and the devil of all our terrible things that are happening to earth. And as you're all saying, we have problems in waste, in pollution. We need to survive. To survive, we need to fight. To fight, we need to kill each other. We need to make conspiracy theories. We need to do all these bad things. And then we're all concerned about our own private selves. We don't care about the environment. We don't care about how we behave and how we consume. Then economy came in the 50s, and maybe with good intention in the United States, they came with the disposable economy, supposedly to make life easier for everyone, and they started with the plastics, with the diapers moved from the washable diapers into the plastic diapers. The milk bottles for children started moving away from the glass bottles that we washed into the plastic ones. You give your child one time and then you throw it away. And then from that, again, economy was breeding into greed, so people can consume, as Dalal was saying, they just put in us the this element that we want to keep buying and we keep consuming, but we got addicted so much to it that we don't even realize how much we're consuming and throwing away. And as you all know, the law of conservation of energy. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. There is also the law of conservation of matter. Matter can neither be created nor destroyed. It just changes from one form to another. So whatever we buy today, and if we buy it today 100 times because it's fashionable and because it's nice and looks nice, or we use it once and throw it away, okay, we use it, but then it's going to go away into something else. It will forever stay there. What do we do with it? Plastics, for example, it took the United States Department of Defense in 2014 to make a study about microplastics, as Dalal also was mentioning, to make a study about the microplastics. Why would the United States Department of Defense be interested in microplastics? So there must be something important to that. And then you can take equal measure, with all other things. Now, if we go from the human again trying to survive and trying to manage himself in different ways, we find all the consumption of resources and the addition and pollution into the earth. And as the pollution starts, the emissions going into the earth, we start polluting our air. Who are the biggest air pollutants? The aviation, the energy, cows and meat, and destruction of forests. These are the worst elements in it. We men like to eat meat and women like to buy things, so we're all equal in this mess, the more meat we want to eat, the more they want to destroy forests. The more they destroy forests, the less we have, CO2, the sequestration, from the atmosphere. Then we have the problems of the insects, because of the pollutants, the insects start dying. Then there is less pollination, and there is less plants, and the animals start dying. And the whole cycle starts going all around. Our water is polluted, and we cannot even clean our water. We do not have our water. Here in the Gulf, if we come to the Gulf now, the Gulf is almost really like a lake. And yet we are 6 countries around it, including Iran, and we are fighting. And we're not even having peace. And if we do not take care of our own Gulf, we're going to be in a big problem with our food security. Not only the food, also the water. We all drink our water from the sea, and we all take our fish and food from the sea. If we allow our sea to get polluted and we do not control the regulations and effect the laws that are input, we are going to be in deep trouble, and this is already happening. We are seeing, like for example, the shipping industry, about 20 or 30,000 ships enter the Arabian Gulf, every year, and then we have a treaty about the ballast water, but the treaty of the ballast water, how many countries have made facilities to clean and to filter and take care of the ballast water of the ships, that enter the Gulf? so they do not put their species from other seas in the world and consume or destroy our own marine life here. So there is a lot that we can do. Our governments, they are the biggest polluters, you know. Whenever we talk about pollution, we're talking about us people, you know, throwing things, you know, and we can control that simply by if the government, not us people, if the government enforces the law, they can make it a big difference. When I was in the States in 1980, there was a sign that said $3,000 fine for littering. Today you drive in the States, you do not find any sign that says that. Why? Not because they don't need clean stuff, it's because people now are obedient. Why don't we do it here in Kuwait or in the Gulf? You know, the government have to be the one who takes the big flag and takes the control of executing the laws. Kuwait started with the best law of environment in Kuwait. The parliament suggested it, it was approved and passed the law. But Qatar takes our law and improves on it, and they execute it far better than we can do. If anyone throws in the desert in Qatar, they will be banned from using the desert as a camping area for life. And look at our desert here, is just full of filth. This is the human behavior. What I'm trying to do here is that the human is behind everything. The behavior is behind everything, and we have to change the behavior in us. We are getting close to the point now. Awareness is becoming useless. Maybe 5 years ago, if we can say awareness was good, what's awareness going to do today with all the pollution that is happening? Let's say we are 80%, you know, if we follow the law of 80 and 20% in economy, you know, 20% of your sales make 80% of your profits. I'm going to use that here in behavior. I think maybe, you know, if we give them the benefit of the doubt, let's say 80% of the people are good, but 20% of the people are behaving bad, and they are causing the terrible status of our environment and nature. Again, what do we do? Can we do it as persons? Can I go and give someone a ticket or fight with him or tell him? It's not going to do anything. We need the government to do it. In Kuwait here again, we are breathing the fumes, you know, we have from Al-Zur, from Al-Sabiyya, from Al-Doha power station. We are surrounded by power stations that have been emitting fumes for the last 40 years or more. Why can't they change it? It doesn't cost money. It has been proposed to them, and it can technically be done. But why do we continue to breathe fumes that are filthy and that are carcinogenous and remain? They told us about the clean fuel. To change the clean fuel, the one they use now, they use old fuel. Why can't they change that and finish the clean fuel so they can replace the fuels used in the power stations so we have cleaner air? So again, we go back. All our problems, whatever we have spoken about here, I think it all boils down to the government has to control, and the government is made up of what? It's made up of people, of the citizens. So we, the citizens, have to be very forceful, and we cannot take anymore to be easy and relaxed. We have to demand at the highest level to change the behavior of the government. They are the ones behind the bigger problems. I'm not just talking about Kuwait, every government. You know, every government in the Gulf has their problems. They are creating their own problems and making projects that are not sustainable, but they're also trying to do something that is sustainable and useful. And they're doing this in different levels. Some countries are doing it better. In the UAE, they have lots of projects that were not sustainable, but they're also, on the other hand, doing very good projects that are trying to help the environment. Okay, what do we know about the east side of the Persian Gulf? I don't know. Are they good? Are they not good? We have to work together. Environment does not know border. It does not know politics. Humans have to survive. And if we are going to take care of ourselves as Gulf people, it is the Gulf. We have to work together before we go and protect the whole world. If we start this, we start in our home. We start telling our friends. We start not accepting to do the wrong things. And one other thing I like to say also, which is a conflict of interest is very important here in Kuwait. Excuse me for this word, but KISR, KFAS, the Kuwait University, the EPA, they're all government institutions. And if someone, no one is allowed to go and speak something that is wrong, or that they have, let's say they have done a research, they are not allowed to speak about this research because they are not the official spokesman. And the conflict of interest here is the government employs
the researchers, but the researchers are bound by legal commitment with the government not to speak. I'm here a researcher and I cannot speak about it. So where is the information going? We're lost. The research is done, the researchers have done a great job and they have found the problems, but they cannot speak about them. So this is where we need to stand up, we need to rise up, and this is where I say I'm more on the revolutionary side maybe today. We have to change our thinking. Time is limited, and it's only our survival. The earth can live much better than we can. If we all are gone today or in 10 years, the earth is going to be much better. And, things will grow back again. And thank you very much. I hope it made some sense. Thank you.